Boxing Insider Promotions presented our action-packed fight night inside the Tropicana AC Showroom with 3 New Jersey boxers and 2 Philadelphia fighters in action on Friday, July 25th. Plus, the WBC Seldon Jr. flyweight title match features Bronze-born Andy Dominguez fighting Nicaraguan veteran Byron Rojas. South Jersey undefeated heavyweight Bruce Seldon Jr. and Philadelphia super lightweight Diane Butt headline the local fighters in action. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. And the Sport Bash with Mike Gill will be broadcasting live Tropicana Atlantic City for the boxing event of the summer on Friday, July 25th.
You're hanging with Josh Hennig on 97.3 ESPN FM.
I want my picks back. I want David Putnam.
And on the 97.3 ESPN mobile app, powered by First Bank of Sea Isle City.
All my picks back, and I want David Putnam just because I feel like it.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah, I am. Haven't I proved that already?
Streaming live on YouTube, Instagram, and the X platform.
Josh Hennig hanging out with you here on 97.3 ESPN. Of course, we'll get back to tech sport in just a bit at 609-403-0973. But joining me in the studio right now, as promised, Absegami High School graduate.
Yes, sir. Yes,
South
sir.
Jersey undefeated heavyweight Bruce Seldon Jr. joins me in the studio as I try to adjust this camera while I'm live on the radio here on 97.3. There we go. Now Bruce is in the shot. Bruce, how you doing today, my man?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Talk close in that microphone.
I'm talking. Okay.
You gotta
good,
eat that
good. There we
sucker.
go. You hear me now?
There you go.
Okay.
Now the world can hear you.
Good. I'm doing well, bro. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. So, talk to me about how this camp has gone for you. How are you feeling? How is because you and I have talked before about the evolution, right?
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
So what has been new for you this time round?
Definitely bumping up the workload a little bit. We usually the last couple fights have been 4-rounders.
Right.
Now we're bumping up to 6. So sparring, strength and conditioning, running, all of it has been picking it up. Definitely been picking it up a lot.
Now, when you say picking it up, Chris Johnson, one of the best trainers in South Jersey, is here in the studio.
There she go.
So now she's embarrassed. She don't get embarrassed when she does that training, right, Bruce?
Not at all.
No, she don't get shy at all. But I mentioned her name on the
loud,
radio. She
outspoken.
freaks out over there.
I love it.
No, but my point is that strength and conditioning. From the rumor has it that Chris has been throwing some things at you. Is that true?
Every day, man, nonstop, man. I think she just be trying stuff out just to see, just you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Just to see how it worked. But no, it's very good. It's very good. It's a blessing to have a trainer like her be on a home team. You know what I'm saying? So, wake up, we get to train, go do my own personal training. Even in the middle of the night, if I got nothing to do, you feel like working out? Yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So. So it's dope. It's definitely dope.
But I think that's important because a lot of people don't understand that having that support, having those people in your life. So many times in the world, we don't understand that who you have around you defines who you are many times. You got bad people around you, you're going to go down a bad path, right?
Absolutely.
So it's the idea that, sometimes, those people who know you, and not to make a crazy parallel, but I always think of with that, the movie Creed, right? where it's Michael B. Jordan's character, his future wife ends up being the person that questions him and pushes him, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
But because she asked that question, he kind of refines himself. So I'm not saying it's the same thing with you, but I'm saying there's something to be said for the fact that the person in your life matters.
She definitely wants to take on that role. She wants to be that role very bad. She definitely does. But like you said, it's good. It's good to have someone like that. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, her, my coach Julio Sanchez, my managers Jim Kurtz, David Dubinsky, they're all on the same time. You know what I'm saying? And they all care, and that's one of which I'm finding out is rare to have something like that around you. But very important to have that.
Absolutely, it's very important. Bruce Seldon Jr., Absegami High School graduate, undefeated heavyweight boxer, joining me here in the Dr. Squatch virtual studios on 97.3 ESPN FM, the 97.3 ESPN mobile app, powered by First Bank of Sea Isle. And if you're watching on YouTube and X, you'll realize that I am literally makeshifting the studio to make sure I keep Bruce in this camera shot over here at YouTube and X in the Dr. Squatch virtual studios. So Bruce, Friday, July 25th.
Yes, sir.
What is something that you're going to be walking in? Because you've been in the showroom multiple times now, multiple wins there. But what is something that's going to happen on July 25th that you think people haven't seen from you before?
Man, I would say maybe, possibly, hopefully not, but going the distance. Really taking advantage of these rounds. Majority of my fights end within the first round or the second round. I'm not really sure what my opponent is coming with, but now that we're at 6 rounders, we could possibly, be going the distance. So, just pushing through, and completing all 6 rounds in a professional, comfortable manner.
You talk about the 6 rounds. For you, how has that changed your training?
Like I said before, like say sparring, right? We would do a comfortable, 4 rounds sparring, 5 rounds sparring. Now we're up to 6 and 7s. So really finding out how to not necessarily gas out so early. Slow it down, pace yourself, because now we got rounds to kill instead of just going out and just brawling for the first 2 rounds and then being gassed. Now it's slow down, really make a game plan. You know what I'm saying? And just having fun with it. So yeah, then obviously, and everything with more rounds becomes more training, more running, more strength and conditioning. All of it has picked up.
So it kind of goes back to the old thing. It's like if you are in a 6 rounder, you train for 7. Like that old school concept. It's like you always train for more than you actually got.
We don't train 3-minute rounds. We do 4 minutes. So just getting used to just doing more, pretty much.
Well, that's the old concept. Like for those who don't know, so like one of the things that made Sugar Ray Leonard so great was that, if you get a 15-round fight, he trained for 17.
Exactly.
If you get 2-minute rounds, you train for 3 and 4.
Exactly.
So like
the hard part's in the gym. The hardest part should be in the gym.
Right, because that way when you get to the fight night, then it's
fun. It's fun now.
Yeah.
Now all that hard training that we did gets to, we get to show it off.
Right, and then when you get mad in there, if the guy that you're hitting, you don't go down with the first shot, now you're like, hey man, I had to train more than you did, so now I'm gonna really lay into you, right?
Exactly. So yeah, we're definitely planning on putting on a really good show. Definitely. At the end of the day, I'm always coming in there with the mindset of not going all the rounds, but if we do, we're definitely prepared to go, all 6. We definitely have a nice game plan ahead of us. I'm just ready to fight, man. That's all. I'm just ready to get this over and done with. And then we're right back November the 25th, I believe. So, like always, as soon as this fight stops, we're right back in camp for the next one.
Well, you got to stay in that mindset. You have to stay in the mindset of,
absolutely,
what the right now is not the only. Right?
Yeah, not at all. We thinking far ahead. We're thinking far ahead. So just get through this one, get in training for the next one, and then just keep them coming.
Bruce Seldon Jr. joining me here in studio on 97.3 ESPN. I think part of that forward thinking is in part, and correct me if I'm wrong, also has to do with your journey to this point, because your journey to this point is so unorthodox.
Yeah.
You got into this at a later age than a lot of guys do. So, for you, is part of it also like, hey, I don't have time to sit on my hands. I don't have time to, just act like I'm somewhere.
Absolutely.
I'm constantly moving forward. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't. I don't care if you started on time. You know what I'm saying? You can never move like that. You know what I'm saying? You always have to push to be greater if you want to be greater. You know what I'm saying? So I work my butt off. I'll say that. I work my butt off to be where I'm at. We've only technically been a professional for about a year now. So, I'm already about to be on my 7th fight. So, we're definitely working. We're working very hard.
It kind of reminds me of, so for those who haven't seen it, the movie Gran Torino, where the guy who is the guy who hires the kid. For those who haven't seen the movie, basically it's based on a true story. A guy played the video game GT. He becomes an actual race car driver, like in real life.
Yeah.
But in the movie, the guy who's like his trainer, like for you, you're a trainer, like Julio.
Julio
right?
Sanchez. Yep.
So like, but the manager comes in and he's like, hey, we're going to celebrate the fact that you signed this contract. And the manager came over and said, no. Champagne's only for the winner's circle.
Yeah.
The idea that like every time someone offers him champagne through the entire movie, this is actually based on a true story. He never drank champagne until he ended up on the podium at the Le Mans, which is like the biggest event in racing.
Yeah.
So it's like for you, it's like you're kind of doing the virtual, like I won, but no champagne. Like in the virtual sense, because you still got more to work for.
Man, I don't really feel like I have much to celebrate at this point right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in the very beginning of my career. I haven't accomplished too much. You know what I'm saying? Obviously for me, big accomplishments, from just being from where I was just maybe 2 years ago till now. Obviously that's a big step forward. But as far as in the world that I'm in, I haven't really done too much. So what exactly would I be celebrating? You know what I'm saying? I always think about that what is that quote from Kobe, and he was like job's not done.
Right.
Yeah, like I'll always have that running through my mind. So yeah, there's nothing to really celebrate at this point. Even though we work hard, we get the wins, we come home, we get more fans, more recognition. It's all good, and that's what's supposed to happen when you're doing what you're supposed to do. But outside of that, nah, I'm not really. What do you always say? Drink your own Kool-Aid? Yeah, I don't drink my own Kool-Aid, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just here to grind and take this as far as I can possibly take it.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Kobe because, Kobe played in the league for 18 years, but only won 5 championships. So that means there were 13 times that he was technically a loser.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, it's the idea that, you're stacking these wins, you're stacking these fights, but you haven't gotten the ultimate goal yet. You haven't gotten the ultimate level. So now it's like Kobe said, like the job ain't finished.
Not at all.
Because guess what? What did Kobe do after he won a championship? He celebrated for 24 hours and got back in the gym, right?
Right back to it.
And that was kind of like people don't know the whole story. Kobe Bryant was actually hated by his teammates early in his career because he was such a grinder. Guys were like, you work too hard, you try to win too much. And
really what it is like you making us look bad. That's what it really is. But he has a different mindset, man. He sees the big picture and what he wants to go for, and he's not stopping until he gets there. And you got to respect that, and that's why he was one of the greats.
Exactly. Literally one of the greats.
Yeah.
I'm not playing this LeBron stuff, but anyway.
We're not getting into that.
That's a different show.
Yeah, enough for that.
Of course, Boxing Insider Promotions back at Tropicana Showroom in Atlantic City next Friday, July 25th. The Sports Bash with Mike Gill will be broadcasting live with myself on site leading up to the fights in the Tropicana Showroom in Atlantic City. Bruce Seldon Jr. back in action. You talked about, the long term.
Yeah.
Right? We're in a world right now where Manny Pacquiao is 48 years old getting back in the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think your plan is to be, doing this at 48 years old necessarily. But, is there like an idea of like for example, a lot of people say when I get to this age, I want to have this accomplishment. Like, is there like a trajectory that you're hoping for?
No.
You don't want to put that kind of expectation.
I don't want to put the expectation on it, and then on top of that, because it's too early. It's too early. You know what I'm saying? And at the start of my career, I definitely made sure I exclude all that from my mental because I also have things like my dad. Am I going to live up to what my dad did and all these other things? And that puts too much pressure on yourself, and to me, I feel like that's more self-destructive. Like I'm going to see what I can do and how far I can go, and I'm gonna push until I get there, God willing. And we just gonna go from there. We just gonna go as far as we can take it. We gonna work to make sure we can get to these places and see these highs and these mountaintops. But as far as I have to get there. What if I don't? Now I'm discouraged. Now I'm not the same fighter. Now I'm a little jaded. I don't want to be that.
It's also about knowing yourself, right?
You got to know yourself.
It's about knowing that, like, hey, this is what's the word I'm thinking of? The mindset I had to put myself in. You know, it's like, for me, Chris knows this because Chris and I, for those who don't know, Chris Johnson and I used to work at Retro Fitness together, and she ain't there anymore for obvious reasons. She's over at Tillis Galloway, with where her gym is. TWS, TWK. My bad. Listen, I'm running on about 5 hours of sleep. Okay, give me a little slack. Okay? I was gonna mess up somewhere along the way here.
Good,
but it's the idea that Chris, you remember, the joke was I was an angry workout guy. I was Chris would be like, why are you so angry? It's like that's I know me. I know what I got to do to get myself there. So knowing yourself is half the battle. It's knowing that whatever that is inside of you, right, that you got to tap into to get the best out of yourself. That's what you're doing right now, right? You're saying, I'm being introspective, I'm looking deep inside and not just taking stuff for granted. I'm gonna do this the way I gotta do it to get where I want to go.
Absolutely. And I feel like anything that you're chasing, you have to have that. You have to have that insight within yourself to be like, listen, I'm gonna put my all into doing this. You know what I'm saying? I know I have the tools, the confidence to actually go out there and put myself out there like that, and just be great, man. Be great in any aspect that you can be great in, and that's all I'm trying to do. That's all I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm very aware that I had a late start in this, but I remember saying on my first fight, I was like, I know I started late, but then what does that mean? Don't start? Give up?
Right.
Not at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep pushing as long as I have the ability to, as long as my body's with me, and especially my mind's with me. I could do whatever I want to do.
Well, the mind is even bigger.
The mind is even bigger. Exactly.
The mind is what lets the body go.
Exactly.
Because if you don't think you can, then you won't.
Exactly.
And it's like I had Ryan Smith from ESPN on last week, and for people who heard it, he got to where he's at very later in life because he was a lawyer for years. Yeah. His dream was to be a sportscaster. Yeah. But he was a lawyer. Yeah. For years.
It's way
and
off.
Then little by little, now 10 years later, after he was a full-time lawyer, he's a Sports Center anchor.
Yeah, man.
And he talked about, he's like, just because you're a certain age doesn't mean you don't.
Yeah.
So it's just like what you're talking about. Like the age sounds cliche. The age is a number.
Yeah.
It's not a definition of who you are.
And at the end of the day, I just turned 30. Like, I'm not that old. Like, yeah, that's
she's trying to sabatage this interview.
Like, just because she's so much older, she got to put extra ages on me. Anyway, I'm 30. You know what I'm saying? So, also in my division, in my weight class, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, because like for example, Usyk is fighting tonight. Yeah. And he didn't move up to heavyweight until he was 33 or 34?
Somewhere around there.
He was like a cruiserweight, I think it was for a time. So
and he's dominating. He's dominating the heavyweight division.
So it's like,
granted, he has way more experience, but it's that's okay. That's okay. As long as we keep showing up.
Well, again, you said you don't compare yourself to people.
Yeah, you don't. You can't.
You got to be the best version of yourself. Because once you start comparing yourself to other people, then you get in trouble.
Facts. Yeah, I would never compare myself to a Usyk or anything like that. I'm Bruce Seldon Jr. and I'm gonna do the best that Bruce Seldon Jr. can do, and I'm gonna take it as far as Bruce Seldon Jr. can take it.
All right, before I let you go, I gotta ask you.
What's up?
Because I feel like, and this is a little bit more a lighthearted question than anything else.
What's going on?
I feel like every time I'm online now, you got like 3 different nicknames.
Oh man,
it's like getting confusing. So like, what is the nickname you want to rock with moving forward? Because like I was telling Larry Goldberg from Boxing Insider, I was like, listen, Larry, I know you like creating nicknames for people, but like, can we get Bruce like just one nickname at this point?
So honestly, I'm rocking with Baby Basil. That's my favorite one. It's so many. We got Baby Basil. We got 2.0. My coach, Julio Sanchez. He is hilarious. I
love that guy.
He calls me what is it? Oh, we got Billboard Bruce.
Oh, Billboard. That's not a bad one.
All types of nicknames, man. But nah, I'm rocking with Baby Basil, man. That was my dad's name. My dad went by Basil, so they called me Baby Basil. But at the end of the day, man, look, whatever people want to call me, that's fine. I'm cool with 2.0. I'm cool with.
See, but here's the thing. I'm gonna push back. I hate 2.0.
You hate it?
I hate it because
It wasn't my favorite when I first heard it.
Because what you're doing is you're saying that you're a variant of something.
Yeah.
No, you want to be your own person. You want to be your own. This is your path. This is your world. This is your energy. This is your fight. It's nobody else's. And for you, you don't want to be a variant of anybody else. You want to be you.
Facts. Absolutely. Oh yeah, then we had the toll collector.
Oh, toll collector.
The toll
That's a good
collector.
one.
That was terrible. That was the first one.
I like that.
No, that was terrible. Bruce Seldon, the toll collector. Like, no, we not.
You collecting wins.
No, we not doing that. People tried to like, yeah, you know, when you come to the city, you got to pay the toll. Like, nah, that was terrible. It sounds terrible, but Nah. I'm cool whatever the people want to give me. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, that was one of the things I was in my head about. I'm like, what am I going to be called? I'd rather be given a name instead of me, you know, be the self-proclaimed whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, whatever people rock with, whatever, you know, brings the eyes, brings the attention, as long as it's nothing negative, you know, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it completely.
All right, July 25th, Boxing Insider Promotions, Tropicana Showroom in Atlantic City, Bruce Seldon Jr., undefeated heavyweight boxer, back in action. Before I let you go, one more time for the people who, you know, maybe haven't gotten their tickets yet. You know, maybe
yes.
delaying,
Please hit me up. We have tickets for sale. You know, we all the boxers on the card, we definitely appreciate, you know, you buying tickets. We all get credited for that, so it's very important that you don't go through Ticketmaster and you actually hit up each one of these local talents for tickets. So please hit me up. Social media, Bruce Seldon Jr. on Facebook, Bruce Seldon Jr. on Instagram. My stablemate Julio Sanchez.
Sanchez the third.
The third. Get it correct. You know, please hit him up or his dad or / my trainer. Crown Jewels Boxing on Instagram. Yep. Julio Sanchez on Facebook. So yeah. Please hit us up. We only got a week left, so you know we try to make sure we get these tickets off, put on a great show for you guys.
And I always make it the comparison to when you're getting the tickets from the actual boxer like yourself. What you're doing is it's like similar like how you support a small business. It's like instead of going to get your food at Walmart, you're going to the local market.
Yeah,
you know, it's that kind of deal.
Yeah. So yeah, please support us. That just helps everything. Helps us. You know, just put more money in our pocket so we don't got to worry about all the other things, so we can focus on just training and, you know, open up more venues. And at the end of the day, we're just trying to put on a good show for the city and, you know, really broadcast the talent that the city has. So, you know, you guys, we can't do it without you guys, you know what I'm saying? So you guys have to come out, support us, you know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
July 25th, Tropicana Showroom in Atlantic City. He is Bruce Seldon Jr.
Yes, sir.
in the studio here on 97.3 ESPN. Thank you, Bruce, for coming in.
Appreciate you.
Chris,
always,
thanks for getting back to me.
Yeah, I'm a little hard to reach, man. But man, it's hard not to be hard to reach, man. It's all this just.
I thought you were gonna make some sort of joke about your actual reach, you know.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. Josh Hennig here on 97.3 ESPN.